Hey sweeties, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So for this video today, I obviously really wanted to be able to do something kind of that you've seen me do a few times. And as we know, the Halloween 2024 event is in Bloxburg, both part 1 and part 2. Part 1 being the trick-or-treating and part 2 being the ghost hunt. Now, obviously, if you click on this little bit here, it does show you. So you've got the trick-or-treat option and the ghost hunt here. And obviously the event plot, which I'm on now, which is the Plenty of Pumpkins and Orchard, it's where the event plot is, and honestly, it's kind of exciting. But as you guys know, I want to go and do a whole hour grinding in Bloxburg for these tickets. So basically, these tickets are kind of, a new thing that has just come out. Obviously, you guys are probably quite familiar with it. But with that, it's actually really cool because if you guys get these tickets, you actually earn a trophy. And this trophy is new to Bloxburg. So obviously here, if you guys go to the event plot, and then if you go to the right, it shows you what the trophy looks like. And it also shows you, like how many tickets and everything, and just all of it. So this is me a little bit like more, later on. It's not actually what I've started out with. I know you can see that I've got quite a few, but also if you are worried about people with getting the trophy just by buying it, these are how many is earned. So it has to be from it. So it can't even be from the cannon over here as well. It has to be how many you actually earn through the trick-or-treating or the ghost hunt. So do not worry about that. But nonetheless, I really do want to see how close I can get to achieving as much, like tickets as I possibly can within the hour and get this trophy. And then hopefully get all of the tickets to be able to get some of the items because I have got my eye on some. But obviously, I will be doing a comparison of trick-or-treating and the ghost hunting. So hopefully we can see which one makes the most and which one's more fun. So originally when I actually did join and I was going to film this video, I did actually start with 70 tickets. So that is the number we are going to be jumping from because I did start the challenge from there. I wasn't really too sure what the rules were for this because this was a server specifically for people grinding to get all of the tickets. So when I haven't, joined before, I really wanted to make sure I wasn't going to mess up. But there is some bad news with the whole thing and why you end up seeing me with over 2,000 because I did manage to get that much and it's kind of confusing. So obviously I did officially start the challenge from 70, but eventually the servers for ghost hunting and everything, people got quite aggressive. The ones specifically for grinding, it's so competitive because everyone really wants to get as much as they can. They don't really give you a chance to be able to earn much for yourself, and the round is over quite quickly. And considering the rounds are over, you have to then wait 3 minutes until the next round. It takes up a lot of time. So eventually I ended up going to a private server and got an alt account and one of my friends to help. So that way we didn't have to worry about trying to get a bunch of people involved and we could get the rounds over and done with pretty quickly, but also help each other out with getting tickets. I will also do some pros and cons of both of them, but I just wanted to clarify that so we know that I'm starting at 70 tickets and also that I eventually did end up switching from big servers, I had about 50 people in, to a server of 2 other people with me. So let's talk about the pros and cons of the ghost hunt event. So here are the pros. Firstly, you do get 25 for every ticket you get, so that is obviously a plus, and considering, you can get quite a few around each round, it's pretty good to get 25. Another one is you can easily complete within 2 friends in a private neighborhood, so this does make it a lot easier, and that is eventually what I did. As you see, I did end up giving up on the big servers because it did become quite difficult. The cons of that, as I said, it's hard to earn anything because it's so competitive and the rounds are over quite quickly, whereas this one I can actually work my way up to doing 250, tickets, and then I actually get a chance to be able to earn it as well as the friends do as well. The second thing is it is limited up to 250 tickets each round, so you can't earn as much as you'd like, which is a little bit annoying. Another thing as well is once you are doing the transform tool, which is, very good for not getting caught, but it means that you can't actually earn any tickets, which is really annoying because, then you can't actually, easily just make your way around collecting tickets and not get caught. final con is that it takes 3 minutes before you can actually resume the next round, which is a lot of time taken up waiting for each round, and that is with a small server or a large one. Irregardless, it's always 3 minutes. This was the first round that I actually got Hunter originally, and so it's a little bit more different. So firstly, it takes a few seconds before you can actually play the round, because you are actually waiting for ghosts to either hide or, you know, just kind of find a good place to get started. So it takes a little while before you can actually play. Then once I did, I obviously had the gun, and I obviously went to go straight away to try and find my friends. Now luckily we were all in it together, so they told me where they were, so I was still just kind of struggling to find my way around the whole map. But other than that, it was pretty easy. And then I walked over and instantly got them, and then that gets me 50 tickets from it. So it is a little bit difficult because unfortunately you don't actually earn that much when you do a hunting kind of part, but when you're the ghost you obviously can collect as many tickets as you want. So if you just try and do as many rounds, normally you are always the ghost, but occasionally you'll get to be the hunter, so you can kind of see what it's like on both sides. But this is only as easy as it looks when you're in a small server with friends or people who understand, whereas when you're with a huge group of people, all people who don't know each other, on a random server who are trying to grind for the same thing that you are, it's normally over a lot quicker than you can see here. We've now got the trick-or-treating portion of it, so this is a little bit different. So obviously I got a car randomly. This whole server had a bunch of cars that people were just using, but basically you just go to each and claim the little, like, you know, like kind of candy box, I don't know, thing. It's next to the letterboxes and everything, which is really cute. The only thing is though, obviously again I will mention the pros and cons. So firstly, pro. When it's a busy server, there is obviously one at every plot, so you can easily do it. So you don't have to worry about it, you know, not being there, because they're normally always on every plot. Number 2 is there's no work required, as you can literally do it even when someone's in build mode. I obviously would recommend doing your moods up, just like as you saw there was a few mood stations around, because it just does help as well when you eventually want to go back to doing ghost hunting, as also if you are getting out. I did switch to go and do a moped instead, just because it was easier to collect from there, but also I would recommend it because it gives you time, because unfortunately a con of it is that it does take 5 minutes before you can go again to the same one. Another problem is that unfortunately again it does take a while for some plots to load, so if you've got a big plot and you're in one of these servers, I would definitely recommend giving it a small plot, because it would still be there and it loads a lot quicker, and then people can actually farm for the tickets. Okay guys, so overall we've got quite a lot we've got to get through. So there is a lot of pros and cons of this. This was honestly probably the worst challenge I've done. And I know I've done an hour Pizza Planet. I know I've done an hour, like, you know, Bloxburg is an hour grinding for diamonds and Royal High, many things. But this has definitely been the worst one. And I don't think I would ever do an hour of this again. I don't know how anyone's managed to earn over 100,000 tickets, but it is crazy, because I did definitely earn quite a bit, but nowhere near the goal of 25,000 to get the trophy. So let's have a look at what I got. So ta-da! Yep, I managed to get quite a few. I'm now at 3,870. So obviously starting from my first official score, not from when I did the intro, but when I did the initial beginning of today, it was actually 70 I started with. So I managed to earn 3,800 within an hour. I would say that is pretty good considering I had to keep jumping from different servers and everything. It did take some time, and also you do have to factor in you are waiting 5 minutes for each kind of, like candy box thing, as well as also 3 minutes for each round for the ghost hunt. I would definitely say the ghost hunt helps make you earn more because you do have the chance. This is only if you are in a private server getting your friends to allow you to collect all the tickets to get 250. But I would say though that if you're really annoyed with the ghost hunt, probably go with doing trick or treating in busy servers. It was quite stressful, but I am glad I did it. And I'm glad, I honestly don't know how they managed to get that much. That's crazy. For me, I'm nowhere near it. But it was cool to see how it turned out. And I'm glad that I managed to, see how much you can potentially earn within an hour. So maybe if you kept this up every day until the event is gone, it will be possible. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.